The girl accidentally bumped into a boy, and right after stepping outside she noticed something strange. She saw the number 1 floating behind every passerby. But behind a male coworker, the number 2 appeared. He told her he had quit his job, and tomorrow would be his last day seeing everyone. That's when she realized she was the only one who could see these numbers. Before she could figure out why, Annie went to a restaurant for a blind date. They chatted for a long time, but the moment her date left, she saw the number 3 floating behind him. This strange phenomenon confused Annie. Just then she ran into the boy she had bumped into earlier. He told her the numbers represented how many times she would see someone again. A 3 meant she would only see that person 3 more times in her life. Annie was skeptical, but curious to test if he was telling the truth. The next day she met the blind date again, and now the number had changed to 2. Still not convinced, she immediately invited him to a movie the following day. He agreed, but when he turned around, the number 1 appeared. The next day Annie waited outside the theater for a long time, but the man never showed up. She later found out she had been blocked. He said he didn't want to see her again. That's when Annie finally believed the boy's words. The number 1 really did mean the last meeting. The boy explained that it was his superpower. He could foresee how many times he would meet someone again, and this power could be passed on. Because Annie had touched his hand that day, she inherited his ability. At first Annie was terrified, but over time she realized the power actually helped her work more efficiently. The boy warned her there were downsides. Annie didn't understand what he meant, until one day she went to a restaurant with her long-estranged father. He told her he was divorced, and now had a new family with another woman. Annie turned to leave, but suddenly saw the number 3 behind her father. Realizing she could only meet her father 3 more times, her heart sank, so she chose to walk him home. Watching his figure fade into the distance, she felt deeply reluctant to let go, and finally understood what the boy had meant. Knowing how many times you have left with family can be unbearably painful.